What if a simple piece of jewelry held the secret to a girl's mysterious life? A silver locket, small and shining. Maybe the key to one of the most puzzling unsolved crimes. But who was the girl behind it? And why did her life end the way it did? Today, we will uncover the story of a young woman known only as the girl with the silver locket. Her past is wrapped in questions, her present filled with shadows, and her ending left police and the public in silence. Stay with me until the end of this video, because the final detail we reveal may change the way you see her forever. It's a reward worth waiting for, a single clue that might unlock her mystery. She was found alone, far from the busy streets, in a quiet place where no one expected to see her. No ID, no phone, no bag, just the silver locket around her neck. That locket was the only thing that spoke for her, the only voice she had left. Inside, it was a tiny picture, faded with time. Some say it was a family member, others believe it was someone she loved. But no one could be sure. Police tried to trace the photo, but it led nowhere. The girl's name, her life, her story, all of it remained hidden. Who was she protecting? Or was someone protecting a secret about her? The mystery only grew deeper. The girl's neighbors described her as quiet, almost invisible. She kept to herself, rarely spoke, and never stayed in one place for long. Some remembered seeing her walk late at night, always looking over her shoulder, as if someone might be following. Others swore she received letters, but no one ever saw who sent them. Her life seemed like a puzzle made of missing pieces. She had no steady job, no close friends, and no family who came forward to claim her. Yet, she was never completely alone. That silver locket, always hanging close to her heart, was the one constant in her life. The question was the locket a treasure she loved or a warning she carried? On the night she was last seen, the city was quiet, but she was not. Witnesses recalled a young woman walking quickly, almost running, her silver locket catching the streetlight as she moved. She turned down a narrow alley, and that was the last time anyone saw her alive. Hours later, she was found. No struggle was reported nearby, no signs of robbery. Everything about the scene was strangely clean, almost too clean, except for her, lying still with a locket resting on her chest. Police searched for answers, but every lead faded. No fingerprints, no suspects, no clear cause that made sense. Only the locket remained, like a silent witness. Detectives began digging into every possible lead. They showed the photo inside the locket to hundreds of people, hoping someone would recognize the face. No one did. They searched missing person reports, but none matched her. Even her fingerprints gave nothing. She was not in any system. It was as if she had lived in the shadows, leaving no trace behind. Every door the police knocked on opened to silence. Every clue they followed ended in dust. The girl seemed to exist only in the moment she was found, her past erased, her identity locked away. The case grew colder with each passing day, but the locket kept the mystery alive. To some, it was proof she had a family. To others, it was a sign of a hidden love. To everyone, it was a question without an answer. Years have passed, but the mystery of the girl with the silver locket remains unsolved. Her story still whispers through crime forums, old police files, and the memories of those who saw her last. She has no name on record, no family stepping forward, and no justice to rest her case. But her locket still speaks. It reminds us that behind every unsolved crime is a real life, a real person who deserves to be remembered. Maybe someone out there still holds the missing piece. Maybe you have seen a face like hers. Maybe you know something the world has forgotten. If her story touched you, share it. Keeping her memory alive might one day bring the answers she deserves. Because mysteries don't just fade. They wait for the right person to uncover the truth. Fear surged through her veins, but so did something else, desperation. She tightened her grip on the lamp. If she was going to survive, she would have to fight. Before he could take another step, she swung the lamp with all her strength. It crashed against his shoulder, shattering into pieces. He staggered back, but didn't fall. Instead, he laughed, a low, chilling sound that made her blood run cold. She dashed toward the door, but he was faster. His hand clamped around her wrist, pulling her back into the room. She screamed, kicking and clawing, but his grip was iron. In the struggle, they slammed against the dresser. The drawer burst open, scattering clothes across the floor. Her eyes darted, desperate for anything she could use. That's when she saw it, a pair of scissors glinting under the moonlight. With one final surge of fear and fury, she grabbed them. She twisted hard, driving the scissors toward him. He tried to block, but desperation gave her strength. The blade cut across his arm, and he let out a sharp cry, loosening his grip just enough for her to break free. She stumbled back, clutching the scissors with shaking hands. Her chest heaved, her eyes locked on his dark shape looming in the room. He didn't retreat. He didn't run. He just stood there, smiling through the pain. "You can't hide from me," he whispered. "Not anymore." Her heart pounded. She backed toward the window, scissors raised, ready for another strike. But in that moment, she knew the truth. This was not the first time he had been inside her house. And if she didn't end it now, it would not be the last. With a burst of courage, she lunged again. This time, the scissors cut deep. He stumbled, clutching his side, his smile fading into a twisted grimace. For the first time, she saw fear in his eyes. She didn't wait. She shoved him back with all her strength, sending him crashing against the dresser. He fell hard, his body hitting the floor with a heavy thud. The room went still. Her chest burned as she gasped for air. The scissors slipped from her trembling hands. She wanted to believe it was over, that she was safe at last. But as she edged toward the door, she heard it. Faint, raspy, almost broken. A laugh. Slow. Crawling. Echoing through the darkness. She froze, the sound wrapping around her like chains. Because deep down, she knew this wasn't the end. It was only the beginning. So what really happened that night? Some say the girl escaped and ran into the street, never looking back. Others whisper that the man vanished before the police arrived, leaving no trace behind. All that remained were the scratches on the door and the echo of his voice. Stories like these remind us of one truth. The scariest monsters are not the ones in our imagination. They are the ones who hide in plain sight, waiting, watching, choosing their moment. If you stayed with me until the very end, here's your reward. You now know the secret that most people will never hear. The girl behind the door wasn't the only one he watched. She was just the first to see him. So tonight, when you close your door, listen closely and ask yourself, who might be standing on the other side?